Today we'll break down how Manchester United beat Fulham and how Zirkzee changed the game. In the build-up, Casemiro dropped back to the defensive line. Manu was the only player behind the strikers. Ten Hag positioned 4 players between the lines with Dalot and Ahmad open. The center-backs couldn't find Manu nor the midfielders. Therefore, the only clear pass was through the sides, but Fulham's players jumped to press. When a center-back could progress with the ball to the opponent's half, Dalot and Manu helped him to create a triangle. But to connect with the triangle behind Fulham's midfield, the movements had to be fast. Bruno and Mount moved forward to drag the defensive line, but Rashford moved slowly to create a passing line. Thus, Fulham covered the space. Now we can see that this time they made the right movements. Rashford is open to drag the fullback, while Dalot moved outside, and with Bruno, they create a 2-versus-1 situation, and they could get into the final third. But when Dalot received the ball, only Mount ran to the space, leaving the possessor with no clear passes. This was the best way that Man United found to progress. This time, Dalot won positional advantage and could progress. Rashford supported him, and Dalot had space to cross the ball to the far post. Another variation that Man United used was with Rashford moving close to a center-back in order to leave 1-versus-1 to Bruno, who stayed open, to make diagonal runs to the box. When they had the ball in the final third, they created numerical superiority on the sides. With this, they could create space in zone 14, where Casemiro showed up free many times. Casemiro was a key player in Fulham's half because he always tried to be in the free spaces. Ten Hag's side applied really well the concept of the third man, with Mount playing backward to Casemiro, who played a through pass to Bruno Fernandes. In the defensive structure, Mount and Bruno played as strikers, and the main focus of these 6 players was to cut the passing lines in the central channels. As a consequence, Fulham mostly progressed through the sides. Man United tried to create numerical superiority in those areas, and Casemiro was ready to jump to the half space if they were surpassed. In pressing, they were proactive and pressed with 5 players in Zone A. When the opponent's defenders tried to find their teammates in Zone B, United's center-back joined the pressing. Thus, they recovered many balls in this zone. Fulham didn't try to play long ball. They tried to progress playing short, but Manchester United pressed aggressively in Zone B, forcing them to play backwards. When the goalkeeper received the ball, Ten Hag's side closed the passing lines, forcing the goalkeeper to make a mistake. Casemiro intercepted the ball and played fast to Bruno. When Zirkzee came in, he gave more options to the center-backs. Because he didn't stay in a fixed position, he dropped back many times to the space between the lines. This also helped him to arrive to the box free when Dalot crossed the ball. In defensive transitions, Fulham attacked with numerical superiority, but United's center-backs and midfielders dropped back quickly to cover the spaces and intercept the key passes. In Manchester United's offensive transitions, Zirkzee helped in the creation of these. Because he likes to be involved in the game, he stayed in the free spaces to play with the wingers. Also, he made runs to create more space for Bruno Fernandes on the edge of the box. The goal started with Martinez being pressed, but he managed to find Bruno, who got wide of his mark. Zirkzee didn't run to the space in the final third. Instead, he stayed in the free space in the middle to receive free and played to side. The opponent's center-backs didn't have a reference to cover. Thus, Zirkzee could arrive free to the box and scored. Leave your thoughts about Manchester United's tactics. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. This video was brought to you by Play by Metrica Sports, the fundamental tool for every coach and analyst.